You know, click on let me put you on the sensation. All right, let's see up so that you take it over. Right, okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, nothing is there, right? Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Pleasant good night to everybody. How's everybody feeling tonight? It is good, right? I know it's been a little bit over the past few days, right? This whole like storm thing happening across the northeast and everything, and we get a little bit of coldness coming down. So just wear your jackets if you can. I like how you're getting. You look like you warming up nicely there. All right. My name is Celia Wilson. For those who don't know me just yet, I'm an engineer by practice, but I'm actually very excited about what we're going to be learning about tonight, to be quite honest. I'm here as your host. I'm here to bring up the man of the hour. This guy hails from the beautiful islands of the Bahamas, specifically New Providence, Nassau, right? He is from there, but he came up here originally to do architecture and did it in fine honors. Okay, he did his undergraduate degree here in architecture, graduate honors. Parents came up, right? And after he did a great job there, graduated and went working for a very prestigious firm here in Tallahassee, doing great wonders. And now he's actually doing his facilities management master's degree. All right, like if that was like he did more stuff, right? Can you imagine that? So he's already clearly excelling scholastically, right? But this gentleman, despite all of his great winning on other areas of his life, he actually has a business where he's being coached and mentored by multi-millionaires helping him achieve greatness. So his business is all global, he has several businesses in the Bahamas, of course here in the United States of America, and it's exponentially growing as well. So anybody who can basically walk you through help you understand this a little better, and you can get some more little nice, fine, special treats, is this gentleman here. But just before I bring him up, I want everybody to respect his time and therefore mute those fancy gizmos of these devices we have, like cell phones, anything that's really sharp that could put in window reading. All right? Okay, so once that is on mute, definitely get your notebooks out, get your hearts and minds ready to receive. And without further ado, I want to bring up the man of the hour, Mr. Roderick McKenzie.
Good night to all my guys. Awesome. The CMA, exactly what she said is exactly what happened. I knew nothing about business, by the way. Hands up if anyone about business background. Anybody? Neither do I. And so just like she said, came here to Tallahassee from the Bahamas, just to pursue a degree in architecture. So during my pursuit, it's crazy how I got introduced to this amazing business. Because when I really looked at it, I thought, personally, to be able to run a business, you have to have like a whole lot of experience, go to school for it. That's how I grew up. But it turns out, come to find out that you just need the right mentorship. And it's amazing how be a whole lot of what I know now with you to share to others. So coming from someone that knew nothing about business, to tell you about business, it tells you a whole lot, right? So absolutely, I was open to anybody through whether you be from jail or Yale, pretty much is how it usually explain it. So no matter what your level of expertise is, you can definitely do great things. And I'm very happy to say that as a pure living example of it. Right, so pursuing the degree like I was talking about, I met a guy called Gordon Wilson. He's pretty much the guy that introduced me. And when I met him, he's pretty much he actually paved the way for me to open my eyes, broaden my horizon, for example. To say, hey, have you ever, look for ways to make money outside of what you're ready to do? I was like, absolutely. I always look for ways, right? I was a entrepreneur by heart from a child. Let me just say that. I was always looking for money, right? How to make money. Any opportunity I had, I would take it. People would be like, Roger, why do you make money so much? But to me, nobody can do for you, right? It's a whole lot. So that's coming from that background. As always, when it comes to money, I was willing to, go the extra mile to, make it happen or, get results to live, a good life. So when he asked me that question, I was like, absolutely, man, what's going on? What we got? I think there was a job or so, and he pretty much, connected me, took me through the process, and now I was able to get a whole lot. So why am I saying all of that? I'm saying all that to be able to, relate to you guys, because I know each and every one of you went through the same process as well, right? So that you could be able to eventually earn a partnership, to be able to walk towards financial freedom. And based on what I'm sharing with you tonight, this is overview of entrepreneurship in the 21st century. Just to elaborate on that itself, we are living in the 21st century, right? And because we're living in the 21st century, this is I would say the best vehicle. In my opinion, I would say this is the best vehicle you can take towards financial freedom. So that's looking at. There you go. So that's looking at the process, right? Of course, each and every one of us is going through a process. The purpose behind what you're going through now is to, of course, build a mutual trust and transparency. Just as it says here, credentials versus character. So just thinking about it, you think in depth, how I elaborate about jail to game, in a sense, or jail to jail. It doesn't matter how much degrees you have. It doesn't matter how much, what path you want to do from Harvard, no matter what. We're not looking for paperwork. We're looking for character, right? Character is pretty much what defines who you are. And once you have that right character, nice, warm, fuzzy person who can get along with others, that's the kind of person we look for to do business with. Another thing, of course, is education. And as far as education, the perspective we take is facts versus opinions. There's, of course, right things, and then there's everyone has another opinion on things, right? So we know the difference for sure. We grew up and they taught us between facts and opinions. Now, the question is this. Based on facts and opinions, who are you going to listen to, right? Coming in any business or not even just coming into business, any path in life you take, everyone has an opinion on something. No matter what it is, everyone has an opinion. So are you someone that takes opinion of others or take advice of others, or do you pretty much make your own decisions, right? So even if you do take advice from others, are the people you're taking advice from where you want to be in life? That's another thing. So always think back, that's where wisdom and discernment comes into play. Use your own discernment to say, hey, okay, I am here, I want that. Who advice would I take to be able to get where I want to be? Would it be someone who's in the same cubicle as I am, or someone who's already where I want to be? And that's pretty much facts versus opinions right there, knowing where to get your advice from. And last but not least is building a case for yourself. So, of course, I know sitting with prior meetings, we all look for, you probably were asked, are you accountable? Do you have high integrity? Do you put people before profit? Are you ambitious? All of these things are what we look for in our oncoming partners. Why is that? Because our mentors, they're really accepting life already. They're already living a retired life, right? Traveling, having a great time in their lives, they very want to be pretty much. And of course, even though they are already there, they're striving to do even more because they're not only just looking for them, they're looking for their future generations. They want to pass this stuff down. And if they want to pass this stuff down, that means, hey, they're going to use people to take their business even further, right? A lot of people say, hey, how do you define success? A lot of people think it's like a destination. Say, hey, I've arrived, I'm here. But success is actually a journey. So you want to know why the rich get richer? Because they want more. They're hungry to be able to go further and achieve even more as they go on. Because say, hey, I'm still living. I have still eaten. I have an urge. Like every human being has to have an urge or something to look forward to. If you're not going to look forward to, you're pretty much dead mentally already. Right? So you want to have that heartbeat in your mind to say, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? What do I accomplish next? Right? Last but not least, the why. So before I get into the presentation, I'd just like to ask personally, you know, what would you say your dreams and goals are before we get into one of them? I'll start with you, Jennifer. little thoughts? All right, what about you?
My goal, my biggest goal, is to build a life for.
Okay.
With that being said, like, I feel like, I don't know, there's something in the back of my mind telling me that I have something cool. So, I just, yeah.
That's good. You make sure I spell it. It's T-Y, right? T-Y-R-I-E-C-E. I want to jot that, make sure.
Right.
All right. So you say you have something, you have to prove something pretty much. I like that. I never heard that before. That's awesome. All right. If you were to say great life, I know you just said great life for you and Jennifer, right? How would you define a great life?
Very much, I want to make sure that she doesn't have to worry about me, her family, my family, and I guess, you know, like we said earlier, future generations, you know, so just trying to build a legacy, I suppose.
Okay, that's great, man. That's great. So, how would you describe a stress-free life? Like, when you say stress-free, what do you see? Like, what do you envision?
I envision you having enough money to swim in.
Okay. all right. I like that. You take it as literal now. I love it. I love the swimming. Okay, if you used to put a number on annual income you were to receive, say, hey, I am financially free, what would that number be?
What would the number be?
Yeah, if you used to put out an actual figure, annual income, how much you would want to make annually?
Annually? These guys, I can't really put it up on because I'm going to want to achieve more than the number that I set for myself. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know that for sure. Of course, we continue to excel, but the definition of financial freedom, like, what do you define as financial freedom? Let me ask that first.
Financial freedom is pretty much you can spend your money how you want, when you like, you know, doing what you like to do, you know, whatever, and not have to worry about being homeless or your lights going out or not having to eat.
Okay, now thinking of what you just said just now, right? Think of what you just said. Annually now, what would you say an income would be that takes care of all of that you just said?
Well, probably more than 100,000 a year.
Okay, definitely more than 100,000. Okay, so what, 110, 115, 120?
Let's go
120. Okay, financially free. 120,000 a year. That's a good rate, that's a good age, sure. That's awesome. Would you agree with that? That's pretty good. Awesome. All right, what about you, Mr. Joseph? Not that time.
Nice.
My dreams.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, man. I have one of my biggest dreams is to have enough money to support family, of course.
Uh-huh.
And it's not only the money, but it's what this opportunity has to present.
Mm.
Like I want to mentally grow myself. Don't know how. This business is a good vehicle to do that. So that's my dream, is to have money for family and to grow as a person.
That's great.
Thanks.
Want to be intellectually.
Yes, I want to be able to expand myself, different horizons. I want to learn as much as I can before, I kick butt. I want to continue to grow before that happens.
That's good.
In a positive light.
So family and self-development.
Yes, sir.
That's great. You got it. I love it. And you guys are totally great dreams, goals. You definitely make it happen. And this is definitely the vehicle to how to achieve those things. As we go through, you understand more in depth of why I say that. All right. So looking here on the agenda for the day, we're going to be talking about the cash flow quadrant. That's probably already familiar with that, coming from the business of the 21st century. Right? Asset development, right? Business plan, mentorship, and also compensation structure. How the money is paid. All right. Let's go. Oh, go ahead. All right. So it's pretty much cash flow quadrants. All right. Asset development. Right. The business plan itself. It's all about the mindset of how things is right here. And mentorship, absolutely. Who we are partners, who's pretty much taking us on that path. And last but not least, compensation structure. Alrighty. So looking at the cash flow quadrant here, it clearly says what? Mindset, right? Mindset, wealth building. So the cash flow quadrant is all about business ownership. Like it's pretty much showing you why you want to own your own business. Because looking here, this is currently where majority of the world is, right? Pretty much you and I also will be here as well. I wouldn't say you're guilty, you're here. You're here. But the goal is for sure is to definitely move over to the big business ownership side of the quadrant. Now, looking at this here, why do you think most of the world is on the active, we call this the active side, employed and self-employed? The reason why is because we look for instant income. Like we want to make sure that we're secure. A lot of people we call it the scarcity, phase in life. A lot of people don't want to. They are so afraid of being homeless or without a home or nothing to eat. The fact when they decide to settle for a job to know where they have to secure income coming in. Once of course they have the right to skills and everything. But thinking about it now, along with that, the money. Let's just call it the money, right? We were in press a couple times. That's thinking about money. Let's call it employed, right? Let's say this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Actually, how often would you say you get a paycheck? Every week or every week you say? Let's say this a month, right? So you got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, right? You get cash that first week, I come again, second, third week, fourth week. Boom. And then the month resets. This is pretty much a cycle that we live over and over. It's sad but true, right? When you're living it, it doesn't really sound so harsh. When we actually put it in writing and talk about it, it feels like it really cuts you. Like, do I really do this repeatedly until I'm like 65 and then stop? It is really what we're doing. We're pretty much working for a system, right? So we go, let's say, for example, January, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, get paid. Boom. Cycle again, cycle again, cycle again. And it goes all over and over. So how can we pretty much put an end to this cycle? Because if you really think about it, how are you making this money? You're putting in a whole lot of time, right? A whole lot of time. No matter what, we trade time for money. How do we get rid of trading time for money? Be able to eventually have all the time we need and money we need. Because there are jobs out there now, they pay you a ton of money. They probably would pay you this 120,000 points to zero now. They probably would pay you this $120,000 a year, right? But along with that $120,000 a year, how much time do you have to put in to make that $120,000 a year? You're probably gonna be up late night, right? So it can be. I know field engineering probably get that kind of income or whatever field it may be. All right, you probably getting that 120,000. But the amount of time you got in from the trade to be able to get that kind of money is just insane amount of time, right? So you go day by day, pretty much. And at the end of it, what do you got to show for it? That's another thing. What do you do with your money in the end? So let's move over. Self-employed is kind of the same thing, right? I would like to say self-employed like this. Instead of it being repeatedly, when you put in time for money, self-employed is like you know, running your own business, but everything is pretty much relying on you. You're there, you're the man in charge, you call the shots, you're pretty much leading it head on. So this is how I can describe self-employed. It's like an upside down triangle. Whereas starting off with self-employed business, yes, you definitely put in time, right? And you make money. And starting off with self-employed, you wouldn't be as profitable as yet if you just started just building up your clientele. But as you continue to grow, you start to make more money because your clients now, you know, doubles and triples, quadruples, which means your time now doubles, triples, quadruples, right? And as you see now, you're making a whole lot of money. Yeah, absolutely, making a ton of money. But as you see here, in order to make a ton of money, your time is now pretty much little to none. Where does family fit in there? You know, where does kids, you know, future? How are you able to really, even traveling, where does all that come into play? Because when you travel in your mind on your business, or on your, you know, shoot, like, let's say a doctor, for example, one of your clients falls sick, you want vacation, what are you gonna do? You gotta help them. Their life is on your hands, literally. Right? That's very frightening. And it's sad because you wouldn't be able to spend that time with your family and not only be physically free from the job, but mentally free as well. Because you're always thinking, oh gosh, what's this? Point when we get a ton of calls while you on vacation. Hey, how you doing? 1 second, guys. I come right back. You know, that's not really cool, man. You know? Really cool. So how do we transition, change that whole thought process or that whole system? Because this is self-employed, right? And this is employed. How do we change this? So instead of trading time, because both of these you pretty much trading time for money. We now invest our time for money. That's how we through big business ownership right here. And that's done this way. So pretty much when starting off, you may have to put in a whole lot of time. Right? Running any business, it takes a lot of investment, right? So you invest in time, but you don't see a whole lot of profit just starting off. But as you continue being consistent, you're now working smart instead of hard, because you're thinking long term, right? So even though you put in a whole lot of time, you still might see as much, but you will see as you stay consistent with anything. It's funny because once you put a whole lot of time into anything, you tend to be successful at it, right? A whole lot of time in anything you be successful because you're mastering your craft. So looking at it now, your time, because you're investing your time for money, you see now that your time is starting to decrease, right? And what is your money doing? Increasing. And before you know it, you're gonna have all the money you need to pretty much do what you want to do, when you want to do it, and have the time to do so. Right? So you got both time and money here. This is where you want to be here. And that's how you define wealth right now. See what I say? Wealth mindset. How do we pretty much have a wealthy business in the information age? This is the difference between the information age and the industrial age, right? That's how we used to do things. But within the business of the 21st century, with the information age, I'm kind of thinking we want to have about 500 plus business owners, right? Duplication is taking place too as well. The mentorship is constant, and of course, very little overhead. How is it very little overhead? Because everything's online now. You don't have to worry about having a physical location, what the property tax, light bill, water bill, one of those different things. You don't have to worry about food expiring. You have access to it whenever you need it. So that's why it's very important to get into big business ownership, because you trade now invest time for money rather than trade time for money like you did here. Perfect example of what I just said here. Currently now you work, 40 hours a week. Multiply it by 50 weeks, that's what? 2,000 hours a year. Multiply that by 50, because you work about 50 years, right? And that's 100,000 hours you pretty much worked building someone else's asset. I don't know. I don't know, you put that in. Like I said, you put all of this time, right? Let's just say, just think of it this way. All of this time you put it building someone else's asset. You invested all this time into your own business, wouldn't that be successful? Absolutely. There's pretty much a law of sowing and reaping. You reap what you sow. Like, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. So looking at the business ownership now, how does this pretty much work? This is pretty much the foundation of how it works right here. Okay, so through products that we get supplies from, so I'm a supplier, which pretty much gives us the products, mentorship, which gives us the education, and personal network. All of this adds up to pretty much help us become successful and be able to earn a whole lot of incentives, right? So total volume of combined businesses, okay? And all of these there are mini businesses as well. I'll get more into depth to understand how it's works as well. So instead of making a living, create an asset. All right, so how do we create an asset? Let's talk about our current situation. This is you, right? Currently, when you go to work, first of all, let me not say shopping there. You currently go to work, where it could be a mall, a Barnes local, it could be a firm, it could be a school, wherever it may be. You now put your time into your job, and you're building your employee's asset. And yes, you're getting rewarded for that time you put it. Yes, now the money you get from that time you put it, you now spend in the store. Let's say a Walmart or Publix, wherever you buy your cool household goods. Putting all the money into the store to be able to get the products, which you use to survive day by day, right? You're making a living pretty much. I usually like to say you're making a living and not living. Right, technically, right? So you're trading your money for their products, and you're trading your time for their money. So let's see how we could flip this and turn this into an asset for yourself. So now we were talking about the personal network, right? So if you look here, you see him personal network here. These are probably friends, family members you already have a relationship with, or people you probably haven't even known yet, business partners. So looking at this personal network of, let's say, 6 guys, right? 6 people. It's just personal network of friends right here. Now you and them already go to shopping, right? You guys already buy electronics. Everyone probably has a cell phone in the shop, right? Everyone want to take care of the skin, probably have an automobile, technology, a laptop, computer, maybe a pet, like to travel. Everything that we already do, it's pretty much here, right? So products and services. We do all these things and we don't get compensated for it, right? Currently. But what this is showing now is saying, hey, why not? You already know it, why not take those your regular habits, you're now putting it into your own store, right? Through e-commerce, which is online, and you now get compensation for it. You pretty much build your business through team connections and also client volume. So you not only have a personal network of friends that does the same thing and you can make money doing it, but you could also have customers as well that continue to see the multiply money. Does that make sense? Awesome. So how is this possible? Where do we get all of these supplies from? How do we leverage all of these things here? Amway Global. This is what helps us help everything become possible. Because Amway now, they're clearly you see they're the #1 direct selling business in the world, right? $58.6 billion in bonuses. So this is what has been given to independent business owners like myself and a few others in the room since 1959, and of course it continues to rise with the networks getting larger and the products are moving even more, right? So looking at that as one of the credibility, look at the products. This is where we want to stretch. Customer satisfaction guarantee, 180 days. The products are so amazing that if you don't like it, they'll give you your full money back. That's how great they are, period. Within 180 days, of course, right? Over 100 countries and territories and 800 patents. Do you know what it takes to just make 1 patent? You got a patent after that in the room right now. She could tell just 1. They have 800 plus. Yeah. So just looking at that, the credibility speaks for itself. So having these guys as a backbone, or I would call it like a brick wall behind us to be able to know that we can depend on is definitely kind of business that I would want to be involved in because I know that I don't have to second guess, right? Secondly, now, the mentorship that's talking about as well. BWW stands for Great Worldwide. These guys are number 2 in the world producing multi-millionaires. Number 2. Microsoft, I think, is number 1. All right. So looking at this now, how do we get mentorship? Pretty much. So each of us, of course, are assigned. Everyone has access to mentorship. There's a personal mentor through coaching and mentorship, right? Business conferences, mobile apps, right here. Now, with these mobile apps, you have what? BWW Webspace, BSM, BMP, and TV. Now, these pretty much came directly from the conferences, recordings. So, in case a whole lot of things we could take in, but at that moment there, our brain only catch so much at a certain period of time, right? That's how the brain operates. So they pretty much record those amazing trainings and teachings, so that you can re-listen to it, go back and study even more in depth for you to develop, get as much as you need out of it. For as long as you have to be able to have a successful business. Streaming an audience is what I'm talking about, where the recordings are. And of course, the mobile apps, online resources. There's a whole lot there as well, other things that you be able to get education from. Especially talking about Amway, there are things as well that they have on their site that teaches you how to really succeed within the business when it comes to products. All right, so let's put it all together now, right? So this is the business platform. Where you have Amway as your common supplier, BWW as your education. Now, you already go to Amway shop, right? We pretty much change our buying habits. So instead of buying from Walmart, we buy from ourselves through Amway. And we learn at the same time. So the learning is pretty much to be able to share. Learning is pretty much teaches you how to share opportunity with others and keep them together as a really unified team, right? So that's how you move forward, right? Unity. So BWW helps you to understand and develop unity within your business so you can move to the next level. So you create wealth. So we want to show. All right, so the products now, based on what kind of products do we sell? Like you say, 180 days money back, right? These are the products we're talking about here. Artistry in the world's top 5. It's skincare brand. And this is a sample of them right here. I think this is like an anti-aging cream. really nice. I'm seeing the results from some of my mentors. I'm like, wow, like you do not look your age. Like you look very young. On top of that, we're the world's #1, right? Selling vitamin and dietary supplement brand. So that's Nutrilite, Double X. This is the Double X here. This right here is actually all organic and all of the others. It's pretty much a whole line. I call this I'd say the generic, because it takes care of everything in your body. But if you want to get more detailed, I don't know if you notice here, but you see these different colors? Each of these colors will pretty much target specific parts of the body to be able to take care of different things. For example, the orange, like the eyes, right? The white, I think, is for the, is it the bone? Yes, the bone. It goes on and on. I can get into detail. That's another thing that I will teach you. But just looking at that, I said, that is very powerful. Health-wise, you be able to say, hey, like, this is for you to not just make money, but live long. That's powerful. That's powerful. All right. That's the last part I'd like to talk about is the excess energy drink. Not even just the energy drink, but that's the brand in general. So energy drinks we take day to day. A lot of people, when they have energy drink, negative thought comes to their mind, right? They're like, hey, I don't want to sugar rush, I want to crash. I hear that killed somebody before. All that stories. But many people really look at Amway's energy drink, excess energy. It's actually, you see here, caffeine free, right? Some of them are also sugar free. This one has sugar, but it's from the natural food itself. So looking at it, I call it healthy energy because again, it's vitamins and energy from B12. Okay, B12 vitamins. Aside from the products here, we also have major retail stores as well that we connect with. You guys see a lot of things. Can I shop in any of these locations as yet? Probably some. Looks familiar. For sure, right? I get a few of these as well. And these pretty much map your life, man. So if you go to Target, get a band set, buy a new home. You're an athlete, you go here, athletes, you pretty much like getting married, go to sales, buy an engagement ring, all kind of things you do, pretty much. So it's a whole lot right here. And that's about your business. And one thing I want to make clear as well, though, before I move on, is this: the Amway products themselves. This is where your business, what your business really flow on, right? We're going to talk about something called point value. Each of these products is attached to something called point value. All right, and these carry a large profit margin when it comes to point value, PPA for short, to become very profitable in the business. I call these are just like a plus to it. I would say like an addition. You get the point value from these as well, but not as much as you would get from the original Amway products. Okay. All right. So compensation plan. Looking at this now, how do we get paid within the business? We get paid off of this performance bonus schedule. And it goes from pretty much 1 PV strip to 750 PV, point value like I was talking about earlier. So like we said, share as well. We learn, we share, we share. We learn, share, share. That's how we do it. So let's just say this is you. All right. Let's look at overview. This is you. You already go to you now buy from your own store, right? How much money on a monthly basis would you say you spend on a monthly basis? How much money? Let's go $200. What about you, Tim? David?
Yeah,
okay, good stuff. What about you, Jennifer? You say probably around the same thing? Okay.
All right.
Okay, awesome. So on a monthly basis, what Amway realized is that the average American spends about $300 a month, right? That gives up to 100 PV. Some maybe less, maybe more. And if it is less, that's why this client volume is more here to allow you to pretty much balance out your business. Let's say, hey, let's say, for example, I only spend about $200 a month, right? But you can make up the rest, the other 100 within customer volume clients, right? And pretty much make 100 PV. 100 PV now puts you at a 3% level of the bonus scale. Now, the 3% level, you now make a monthly income of $9 a month. That's a bonus check. Yes, sir. Now, that's pretty much $9 we have had before, right? Just exchanging your buying habits. That's powerful. On top of that $9, remember now, you're not buying as a customer, you're not buying as a business owner. So you actually save money. You actually save $87. So 9 plus 87, technically you made a total of $96 when you push from the business. Good stuff, right? Let's look a little further. Back to the network again. Can you give me 6 friends? Can you name me 6 friends of yours who wouldn't mind making money, saving money, doing things they're ready to? Just give me a name of one of your friends. Kevin. All right, so Kevin now says, hey, I'm in business. Kevin allowed me to make that $9 a month, right? Kevin and 5 other friends. Because Kevin and 5 other friends now in business with you, and they're doing the exact same thing that you're doing, change their buying habits. That 100 PV now turns into 700 PV. That's now 100 plus 6, right? 600. And that now puts you at the 9% level of the bonus scale. And at the 9% level now you make the monthly income of $135 a month. Not including the month you saved. Let's go even further in that. Do you think Kevin knows about 4 people you don't know? Probably does, right? So looking at this, again, with the other mystery guys in there, because everyone wants to, I wouldn't say everybody, it's crazy to believe that not everyone wants to be money. Right? But let's looking at it. Let's just say that there's 4 plus Kevin, 5, right? And then the other 5 there. So 5 times 6, total is what? 30. Plus you is 31. 3,100 PV puts you at an 18% level of the bonus scale. And at this level now, you're making a monthly income of over $1,134 a month. Not including your savings yet. How much you save is you get the wholesale, right? What I'm showing you is pretty much called 6-4-2. 6 that goes 4 that goes 2. So let's do the calculations with this now. That's what 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus, let's say Kevin, 13. 13 times 6 is 78. Plus you is 79. So 7,900 PV. Right? Now puts you at the 25% level you want to see. At this level here now, you're making a monthly income of over $3,000 a month. What would you do with that extra $3,000 a month? That's really just those dreams right here now. $3,000, that probably wouldn't be 120 yet, right? But it'll be pretty healthy money, you would say. Pay off a few bills, you know, buy some car, whatever. You probably already have a car, but I was saying a whole lot of things you can get, right? Jane, would that be an extra few $1,000 to send the family, support your family?
Oh, yeah.
Would mom be proud of that?
Well, very proud.
Oh yeah, she said my son. That's all. So looking at that now, we're not quite to your goal yet. Let me show you how to get to the goal. Let's move forward. So looking at this now, by you pretty much getting reaching to the 25% on the bonus scheme, you would now be known as somebody called a Q12 platinum. Okay, that's you personally at the 25% level. Now, would you said Kevin? If Kevin sees you making that $3,000 a month, you think you want to make that too? Absolutely, right? Why not help him? That's where mentorship comes in as well. And that's why I get compensated so much for bonuses because of that. So, and it's funny you said Kevin, because this is Kevin right here. So that's the hey, Kevin and the 5 others, right? Kevin, Neil, Ray, Gary, Phil, Matt. All of these guys you help get to the 25% level bonus year. By them reaching the 25% level, you are now receiving 6% of each of their income. Now that 6% is approximately $1,390 a month. And this comes from Amway. Amway actually watch that income. They keep their full 100%. So can you imagine $1,390 multiplied by 6 plus your additional $3,000 and a few other bonuses I didn't even mention? That gives you annual income of over $500,000 a year. That's pretty awesome, right? Right. So let's say, hey, man, shoot. I'll even just go for the middle down. You said 120? Let's even go to a farmer's level. You just help 3 people get to 25% level. You would be at the farmer's emerald level, making $123,000 a year, which is pretty much where your dreams are. And you say, hey, I know you even elaborated earlier, but you say, hey, I just keep going. You just want to give me a figure. You said you just want to keep excelling people move forward. So we're not going to stop you. I'm not going to say, okay, you're there, stop. No. This is your money, it's your future, you decide what you want to do. Right? So I pretty much talked about the retail profit, right, in the products. I talked about the bonuses, and now let's talk about the incentives. What are the incentives? What they say, extra cash and trips, right? Boom. That is amazing trips that we can go on as we excel through the business. Now, at this level, right, this trip to Las Vegas, this is the trip you go on when you become a brand platinum. All right, we call it achievers. And when you go to diamond, you then are able to go to Peter Island. So this is pretty much when you have 7,500 at 25% level. This is when you have 6 legs, right? You have 6 people get there. And this is when you have 9 people get there, exactly diamond. When you go to Hawaii, on the beaches of Hawaii. I still want to go there. When I was a little boy, I was like, I gotta go to Hawaii sometime, right? Sometime. And the other one, the big one, Thailand, right? 2018 North American Gold Council. There's also qualifications to be able to go on this trip as well. And when you hear about trips, when you take a trip at Amway, you go first class, hands down. No matter what, you go first class, top of the line. That's how I want to live. Alright. So now we're going to run a compensation plan, right? And not a compensation plan, but looking at this now, of everything we saw, a lot of people think that say, hey, by you helping all those people, that means you want to top, you're going to make all the money, right? That's not necessarily true. They say, hey, that's a pyramid scheme. You know, pyramid scheme is when a person on top makes all the money. You know, and say, oh, I get paid when you get in, that kind of thing. it doesn't work that way. How does it work? If you get paid pretty much on risk, not profit, not debt. Okay, so the wider your business, the more people you help, the more profit your business becomes. So let's just say this is me, right? And I sponsored you in the business, you put it in debt, right? And you help 3 people get to that 25. You are the annual level, right? I help 3 people. You're now making that $123,000 a year. But I'm just making like $56,000 because this is just one leg. For me to make more, I got to go buy. Just do the same thing you're doing here. Same thing here. Let's say the certain person you help, they have 6. They're under that level of income. Whereas you're still at 123 and I'm at 56. So it's clearly not a fair scale. You can definitely make more money than the person that works in the business that you started. So moving on to that, just looking at your facts. Your next steps are what you would like to do if you would like more information, credible information. Book a follow-up with the person that invited you out tonight. Study additional materials based on the materials shared with you. And this is where you go to get the more information. The facts, they have charity as well, IBO facts, and the BWW mobile apps. So based on this here, I am my presentation.
Awesome. You talked about success being a process, you know what I mean? We get rivals in the room. That guy, spot on. It's all about so just as he said, definitely scheduling meeting who's going to invite you out here tonight. All right, make sure you get your questions answered. Even the questions you like, I'm not sure if I should ask this one, Even the ones that are not getting like, I don't want them to think I'm stupid, You don't want them to, any question is a good question. And even if it's not a good question, we will tell them. All right, I'm joking, they're always good questions. All right, so definitely write the questions on and even your concerns. If you have like family members who might be like, haters in life, and you're concerned about, definitely check with them, check with your coach to see how to handle, any type of situations, work or what have you. Okay, definitely write all of that stuff down. And then we go through material. Now, for me personally, when I got invited and I haven't started to learn about this, I realized I had to go through material a couple of times to kind of get all the information, suck information dry. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about you guys, I don't know if you have some information already, definitely go through it again a few times. But make sure you fully comprehend what this is all about. It's one of the biggest decisions I personally made in my life. Okay? So definitely do that. Definitely go to these websites, just as Roger said, and write the questions down and read back up with the person who invited you out so that you can get those questions answered. Alright, for the business owners, we'll be gathering back about 10 minutes time. Alright, Roger has agreed to do some serious, beautiful training with us tonight. Appreciate it. And also I'm going to share some nuggets. We just came back from a big conference, and we have a few nuggets we want to share with some of the folks who didn't get a chance to come through. So if you're allowed to stay back, definitely come back in about 10 minutes. And for the guests, this is it for tonight. You could hang around, but you can't stay in the room, We love you, I'm joking. But without further ado, definitely have a fantastic night, guys. And I will see you guys around, right? Take care. Awesome.
Make sure you stay right. You want to actually see, what I thought it would do something tonight too. Because of the out there.
That's fine. Absolutely. So, have you spoken to the Eric today?
We spoke with Eric today. I told him because he wanted to do a conference call with Ken and we were running around and take care of our meetings and everything. Make sure we set all that. Okay. So tonight what we wanted to do is
flyers and like, you know, telling people,
Oh, yeah.
go see y'all, but also launching it and everything.
Okay, that's great. So that's awesome, right? I love it. Exactly, so 100%, right? I'm there. So like you said, first thing you were down to us. So I'll say after the training, you guys love it.
Yes, we wanted to get across everything from all the steps.
Awesome.
Okay, I think you really want to do is the license, give the parents and the website and the license stuff.
Awesome.
I have to go more in depth on the side.
Got it. Okay, so yeah. I'd say yeah. After training, sure. That we get a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if maybe I think you have to take yes some. I'm not sure 100% is coming to that.
I mean, you should be able to train.
Okay, awesome. So after training, yeah, we'll wear take off and get us probably going while safe or something. We have got some Wi-Fi and what from your home where no matter you know, you can absolutely process like
Yeah. But I would make sure that you all the time. So it takes about 2 to 3 days. So
whatever products.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so.
Yeah.
we wait to
Wait till the end of the month and just make sure that we would still, you know, tell everybody at the event that we're gonna have that event on in February. And make sure that,
Well, that's fine. So yeah, what you plan? You guys say that sounds makes perfect sense to me. You guys already have a strategy to be able to get the goal of the PV, you know, like the month. So that's fine. That's good for us.
So I agree to make sure that it's going to be that stuff.
That's really nice. Yes, yeah. It's like I know I was supposed to be on a phone call too, but they want to restricting for first before we get in.
Yeah, but that was another thing is, because we were talking about overhead and did that first. We didn't know because we did that originally. We just like, I just said, I'm doing this and there's like, I'm just getting this inside and this outside. They got to figure it out.
Yes.
But it sounds like y'all get everything sorted out now, correct?
Yeah, everything was sorted. We had a meeting today. We pretty much know the logistics of what they're doing.
Yes.
And pretty much just as you're talking about the table for starting. Usually it's only taking no weather. If we had to move it inside, you know, it's limited space.
I see.
That was the only, I would say, only question about it, because when it's around the time when things are cold now, you want people standing outside, you know, and especially if it rains too. You know, we make sure that inside, there's not enough room for us. But he said that happens, they did it with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that happens, it's gonna be like, I can guarantee you, okay. Yeah, I was just,
That's good. Yeah. And then looking forward to it will be the pod.
yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm saying
I'm really situated, so we kind of know what's going on.
But we just wanted to know if like 30 was like too much, because we understood like the whole point. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to like make sure it was even something that we should still be doing. That's why I wanted to make sure we talk to everybody. The whole thing is like we're trying to figure out if it was a good idea, it sounded like a good idea, but it was like it was really, you know, so like we wanted to know, because I know we had a lot of some points that, because originally I was thinking there was like a table full of all kinds of things to think about. And I think Kenneth said, you know, we wanted to minimize it and not have too much, because people wouldn't really know, you know, how to order these things, just bazaars and juice and then and then Kenneth said we didn't want too much stuff, because they wouldn't, you know, be able to keep all of that information in. But then there was someone that said, y'all have like a demo that you could do with the juice and stuff like that, and be like loud and stuff. I'm like, especially if you're outside, I was like, that would really like, you know, and be like told them, hey, you have a table outside, make sure you go check it out. And I was like, that's real easy. And then by the end of the event, oh yes, also we have this event coming up in February. So,
A lot of time.
you know, if you're here with your special someone,
Yeah.
make sure you stop by and I'll give like the address for a facial and blah, blah, blah. Tickets will go, or we should have that available, so tickets should be available by that event. So by Sunday, this event should already be set up as far as like the flyers and Eventbrite and having it up on Facebook so that it's able, so that we can send it out. But if you're announcing it at Sunday, you want it to already be available. So when I say go get your tickets, you can actually go get your tickets. Now go get your tickets, and they're not available. Because I can even go as far as say if you can get some tickets at I know they say you just go to the dollar store, get some tickets, some cute little like heart seats. They already have all the Valentine's Day stuff in there. So get some little heartsy tickets, and y'all already have them at the table and do some like pre-sale early bird tickets. Hey, if you want to show up to the event, as long as it has like your little signature stamp, so I know people didn't just go buy their own dollar store tickets and show up to my event. So you know, do that so that we can sell some tickets there.
That's it. It sounds good, man. Got us together. So that's really good.
That and one that's like a movie album. Right. So I see it. Well, the movie was supposed to start in April, but then I just signed for a TV show, and the TV show starts in February. And so that kind of like switches things up, because I know with the movie, they said that rehearsals was like Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
And I knew like I'm off, so I kept saying, I'm good, I can still sing in the choir because I'm coming on Sunday. I'm good. But on Thursdays, I'm like, I'm not always gonna be here. It's like sometimes iffy. But I know once the TV show starts, they haven't really told me anything. So I'm like, I don't know what their schedule is gonna be, because they're trying to shoot it between February and March, like before they start the movie. And I think it's kind of so that they can get some of the cast that's in the movie some credits before we start. And I was like, I guess, whatever. But it was a goal that I was trying to accomplish. I was stuck in the movie all year, and getting the credits. So having two things on, I'm like, okay, thank you, that's what I did. Thank you. Just go ahead and give it to me.
Pretty much, booked.
Then I need to, we want to make sure that I could, be at this firehouse in the beginning, see how much I could do. And even to see, how much I could learn from here, so I could maybe bring it on set, see what I could do while I'm with these people.
Yeah.
Because that's all the way down there. That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other territory.
Yeah, see, this is not about too, so.
Then y'all got some people that can help me out.
Right.
I heard some people.
Yeah, for this.
Y'all can do what y'all want. If we put it in the house, like, I'm dead. All right, y'all go see. So y'all go see. Because I think they show just as dry as I am. Y'all really laughing at that. And it's not that it's actually what's going to do. It's literally his acting. I don't think he's dry either. I think it's it's not like, when I watch Eddie Murphy, I just think like yours is so hilarious. Like I'm like, I said, he's so mad, he's so mad. I'm like, that's your acting skills, that's your brain that's making us laugh. That's the concept that you got in front of us. That's not all paper. So anything to get all these shows. That's true. How many times?
That's fine.
We can always say that.
But that's still no.
It's not something like this.
It's not like that, that's like this.
Yes, but it's
I'm
not.
gonna say something.
Because we've done this one.
About it.
Solar products. So it's, I don't get that I started that being very fast administration. Because also, so all of that stuff is what we got in this unfortunately. Because it's not for then it's rice. It doesn't make it easier than because you can always go be I will say I mean a second. Correct. Basically, I mean the other yeah, so representing like you know what I mean is that is not dry registration.
Okay.
Because of that.
Understood.
It shouldn't exactly. The idea is that even if it's on, but you want to make sure that there's enough.
Gotcha.
And that's it. For me, that's the only time to make this. Okay. And if they don't have a team, you want to find it right? Yes. Or what are the yeah, so I was saying, I need to be able to talk to me. You know what I have no idea what's one Okay. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, yes sir, yes sir. All right, now I'm going to be okay. Awesome source. Sure. You're a book, right? When you put in a book, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
So what all happens, with facials, likewise, what happens?
What day you go? The light place? Oh, that day. I wasn't there.
Oh, right. And in my head, you're always there, right? In my head, you're always there.
That's how I feel.
That's what it is. So we all feel like plates and balls.
What all happens on day?
A lot. But we can go through it in detail. What you're looking to know.
I ain't trying to.
All right. Well, okay.
Great, I have this place, but you want me to charge the second time.
No problem. But let's talk that through because we as a team we've kind of noticed our sweet spot, and it's all right. Lord, I mean, What is it?
That sounded right to me. I don't know what the problem is.
It's kind of like it's like your swing. You think that works well for Tallahassee?
You go
Yes.
from sweet spot to sweet.
Yeah.
Expecting it to get better.
You're right.
What? You having fun today, huh?
Don't write that down. But yeah, this is we share with you our best what we've learned through the years of doing these events. So right now, since it's the end of the what's this thing, the open meeting.
Yeah.
What we do is probably when we sit down with you guys, we kind of hash all of this stuff out because this is some great ideas you guys have. We definitely wanna show you guys what we've learned and then get some feedback from you guys so that we put you in the best position to win when you do most training. All right. So good stuff. Even about the event on the 27th, I have some questions. I know Aaron is kind of he had to attend a very sensitive event. So yeah, everybody's trying to like see Jesus, man. No, he's not trying to see Jesus. Everybody else, family crap. Yeah. So we can make it up tonight. But we'll probably give him a call to you at the end of this. Okay. So kind of hash out your events and because there are questions that I had, Roger got and stuff like that. We're not too sure we didn't get solutions yet. So I wanted to make sure that again that you're in a position to win because the brand of Amway by itself is like $1 million kind of thing. So you don't want to put your product, like you don't want to be on like a cardboard box saying, come buy this, buddy. Come buy this. You know what I mean? You don't want that type of, lack of allure with it. So it needs to be posh. I know you guys will posh well, not just very well. You'll carry what it says very well, so you guys know what posh looks like. I'm not trying to say you all know it. I'm just saying that. Right, yeah. Okay, all right. So we'll definitely do that. There's room for us to do that. After you guys have a bit of time, after we finish training, we'll hash it out real quick. But yes, we're back at it again. Talking about the training for tonight. Yes. Hey, Roger killed a dead boy or made it alive. Yeah. I love when he oh gosh, I erased it. But his rendition of the amount of the relationship between time and money within our business and what it takes from each quadrant. I've never seen anybody else internalize it and represent it back to us in such a great way. So all you make sure to take real copious notes, man. Because I always take it so that I am refreshing my mind on it, man. So I really appreciate Roderick tonight, man. Thank you, Julia Rose, for the Lord of Four. Some people will zoom by her and come inside, right? She got a good gun outside there. So really appreciate it, really honored with that. So just before we kind of get things kicked off, we had a huge event, wicked event this last weekend. All right, so we're gonna give some of the folks who came through to the event, Winter Conference 2019. Woo! Right?
Yes, sir.
Right. All right, so yeah, that went very well. People had snowmen out there. We probably put the video up.
Yes.
Of the snowmen, people had snow fights. Yeah. It was terrible. In a good way. Some suspects snowmen were made as well. So you see the video at the end of that as well to see guys from the art. But yes, on the screen, I'm going to put me up there. Let's play that video. All right, yeah. So but let's do content first. I guess we let folks who went to the event give us about 3 bullets that So I don't know who wants to go first or a junior. Guys, you can come up and you look good, buddy. That title, right? That title deserves to be a red one here. Hey.
All right, so this was awesome. I mean, the trip was awesome, obviously. Still remember that one hit though. It's all good. But my 3 takeaways from the event is actually one of the quotes. One of the diamond women, he invited his legs up. He said, one of them said, keep your reasons in front of you, not your issues. So that really hit me hard.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was playing my,
drop the mic.
Yeah, that's all we had to do. And then another one was from Nick Milwaukee, I believe. He said, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Oh, that's on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
On Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I see these people. I learned a lot of stuff, right? Then Okay, and then one last bullet here. This one. Okay, and then there's another one that really hit me hard. I think this one hits the hardest, but it says there are people who look for problems and solutions, and there are people that look for solutions and problems. So I was like, and that everything had to make me think for 2 minutes straight. I was like, people was talking up on stage, and I was like, wait, I'm so stuck on that. I was like, am I one of those people? I was like, no. Those are my 3 takeaways. The event was awesome. It was snowing. First time seeing snow. You've seen the video out there, oh yeah, keep your reasons running, not your issues.
You said you had a team of investment.
Julia.
Bro.
One and only.
The 3 things that I took away, first of all, I've seen snow at a young age, so I wasn't impressed.
Wait,
So it's really fun watching people see the snow before. One of the bullets, well, the multiple bullets I have hesitation is the worst, period, because the energy comes before you actually hesitate. So once you hesitate, it like ruins the entire mood. Same thing with awkwardness. The moment you notice it's awkward for both people, so then it just won't go. So that's one of my things that I've been struggling with and becoming a little bit better at. Another thing that I took away, I can't remember who exactly said it, but they were saying that at the end of the day, when it comes to like our higher ups and our mentors, don't come to them with their problems, because at the end of the day, no one cares about your problems. Like Gene was saying, we bring solutions. So I put that on there as well, especially when I do like energy 1s and 2s, and all they can bring me is a bunch of problems. Like, I don't want to say I want to bring solutions, but no one wants to hear that. So you bring these problems again, you're just trying to find a way out instead of trying to move forward.
That's good.
That was 2. Third thing that I'm also working on is, everyone keeps saying diamond, go diamond, go diamond, diamond. But we were just all thinking of the money, at least for me. I don't want to speak for all of you, but the main reason I'm here is because I want to make more money than I'm making now. But with diamond, they care about your heart. If you have a diamond heart, you actually go farther than if you kind of have a diamond mindset of getting money. The heart and the feeling that you leave towards other people, feeling impact, will actually bring you to where you want to be instead of just keep looking for money.
That's awesome. She said that was fair. No. Somehow my nugget book was not in my bag.
Yes, nice.
Alright. So one of the things I did, first of all, snow. Oh my gosh. First time experiencing snow. Oh yeah. Throwing a snowball. Oh, not feeling it. But talking about, I remember from the conference, a few things really stuck out to me. And one was finding out the whys of the different diamonds. That's one of the main ones. And one that really, really stood out to me was Canty's answer. Canty's why. And what he's pretty much saying is, no matter what information goes to the event, is positive or negative, you react in the same way. So it doesn't phase you. It doesn't. If someone say something really, really intense, like let's say your lifelong dog just passed away, just like example. And he's like, when you get to a point where you can react, not like really break down or but just pretty much react and handle it like professionally or even professionally, but just natural, I don't know, it doesn't phase you. I'm like, wow, to be able to, that's like a monk kind of state. To be able to be, that's the position that I would like to do, being able to react that kind of way. And that kind of position is where like you're fully like you're a true like leader in the sense where like you can handle any problem of any what do you call it? Magnitude. Yes. So that is very powerful. I was like, yes, sir. I'm working on that. Right. Another thing too, what I really like, it was really more of a training that really I didn't know it until I was putting in the words. When Sagit said, you are in control, like he's talking about it being in the car seat. When you ask the questions, you're in control. When people asking you questions, you're pretty much they're in control, right? So he's using an example of being in the car seat. You're driving the car, and the person that you talk to is pretty much in the passenger seat. The minute they ask you a question, that's switch. They in the driver's seat, you're in the passenger seat. Say, hey, always get back into the driver's seat and stay there and of course lead the conversation and have it straight through. And it's so funny because after the conference, I actually had a conversation with a guy, and I went through it, and I actually, when I faced, I gave into his questions. He asked me questions, I actually answered them. I answered more than one. And before I didn't know it, he went on that to do it because I was like, nice to meet you, I guess walk off. I just must stand deep. I ended up, after all, I was like, I can't believe talk all this. I can't believe I gave him the power to talk and ask those questions. So I was like, are you looking? No, nice to meet you. I could have started saying that. And he was shocked at that. He realized, oh, shoot, like, he really have something to give now. Like, he sort of pushed after all. I'm not explaining myself that much again. One question, that's it. Like Jill often said, right? So I literally experienced it from going from the driver's seat to the passenger seat to the back seat to the back truck. As he said, right? And actually experienced it, it's like, wow, that makes more sense. Never again. Like, but last but not least, though, what I really, really took away, and I'm going to mimic like the short for myself, like what Steve said about being in the zone. He's like, being in the zone. I was like, oh my goodness. When he described being in the zone. Being in the zone is you not knowing what the latest movies is, or who's winning in the playoffs, or you not knowing if you even forgot to eat. Politics, you forgot to eat, but you're so focused in the zone that you don't even realize that you're hungry. It's a whole lot. Just being mentally in the zone, just gaze towards one goal. Nothing around you affects you, but just a straight away. So that's where we want to get together in this, right? When I heard that, I was like, wow, like that's what I have to do, period. And I want to get so in the zone towards, I want to be a platinum before this year's over. I'm going to be a platinum before the year's over. And that takes being in the zone to make that come to pass. And that's what I'm shooting for. So other than that, that's pretty much what I'm taking.
Love it. Thank you. Right, but I don't piggyback on it in this sort of situation, man.
Yeah.
That stuff is real. I know one of the things that the diamonds talked about, I think with Anthony talked about. So you want to get yourself in the zone, right? But you have to organize your life first, so that things in your apartment or your actual day-to-day running of your personal life doesn't affect your zoneness. For instance, like right now, I'm right now battling with that, so I kind of got a lot of nuggets to help me with that. Because like right now, I actually because of the projects that I'm on at work, I'm here working until like sometimes 1 in the morning, and I'm leaving. So it's tough to do any type of business at that hour, right? So so I was building that. So we talked about making sure that your home front is in order, right? So that probably means for me getting to probably at 7 now, so that I have enough time to get stuff in, get it done, so I can leave probably even at 7, 8 in the night, so that I can go and get my stuff done, right? And the idea is to get that done. That means I need to make sure that food is organized. So that's kind of processing I kind of needed to go through, and I got some good nuggets from the stage about how to do that. Okay, so kind of felt really good about it. And then so that's just one. And the second thing is, even for people like me whose schedules are weird, right, and doing weird things, I know some of you guys would well wear comments as well too. LinkedIn, making use of LinkedIn contacts. I have a lot of LinkedIn contacts, and I don't leverage that at all. Okay, so I'm going to be using that now. So while I'm at work, or even if I do work late hours, or what have you, I can be doing some contacting through LinkedIn from my desk, and my break or what have you. So it doesn't take away. So that's one of the things that I kind of took away as a conference. And then make this my year. Just like you, Roderick, man, that 120K is mine this year. Right? Mine. It's my money. Why? got us to go home, Christmas vibes. And it just, of course, I'm doing okay, so I can send some pennies home to parents, right? They think it's okay, you know, of course, they appreciate it. But I kind of like read stuff. Like you guys know my mom is $1 million in debt, like, and that keeps her up at night. And I didn't realize the impact it had on her psychologically that caused her to have some health issues as well. And I'm like, hey, get shot in here, right? Because I'm like, I'm here living an okay life, and I don't have a real input into saving her from that disaster, right? And then the other thing too, I love my mother to death, yeah. Or you might say that, when I say her, I love her. But I know when I say she's giving it to the wrong people. I know that's happening. I know that's happening. So I want to make sure that I'm home, so we can make sure the money is spent correctly. Because if you could lose $1 million, you can lose another million. Right? And 5 million this time.
Yeah.
So yes, that's the idea. So that I need to be home. I need to have options to visit home, to be home, spend time home. And then my coaches gave me opportunities for business at home that requires a little bit more money than in my bank account right now. I'm like, shoot, I want to cash in on some of these things. Telling me when I was sitting next to her, she's like, you need an emotional ride to kind of get you up to do stuff. You can't, like, kind of like talking about 2 years just talking about that. That will chase me money, but we all get into free money. Yeah, get out. That's what Bill Rich said. Got it for money, and money. 5 reasons, right? All 5. But only after you're in it for a little while, you realize there's more to it than money. And for me, man, like right now, I kind of hurt it. I have mentally, personally, emotionally hurt it because not as I love what I do and I love the impact that I give in my school. My parents, I'm going to come to a stage where I don't really know them anymore because of the amount of time I spend playing US. You see what I'm saying? As much as I love the country, I like America, but I need to go home is home. So anyway, so that's just a little bit about it, making this 9 years of success. So that was about it for me. I know Jarvis just put up. Yeah, man, we gave a few nuggets, you know, about conference. You have any notebook close to you? That you.
I have a notebook, but this is
nice. All right, cool. Probably got you. But do you have anything off the top of your head that you learned at conference that you be like, yo, I want to share? Or if not, don't worry about it, we can come back to you. Come back, you got it. Absolutely. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to actually bring up Roger now for a little bit of training. You got some big nugget training for us. And then afterwards, we'll play the video at the end of it. All right? Yes, we have the trailer. You want me to get this one up? All right, then. Yes.
All right, awesome stuff, man. Well, you see they have such a great job. Awesome stuff. Yeah, awesome. So what we're going to be covering in training today is pretty much board plan 1 and follow-up 1. Or follow-through 1. Okay, follow-through 1. So these are the 2 things here. Usually, I'll be real quick. I try not to say all night, so I'm just briefly touch on them both. So with the board plan, just thinking just generally, us as business owners, we here to build a business, right? How do we build a business? We build it from open meeting to open meeting, or now we have new terminology, information session to information session, board plan to board plan. So how do we do that? Tuesday should be a day of rest. From starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that's when you do everything it takes to pretty much get all your appointments done, MG1s, MG2s to be able to have a solid number of mass to come to the open meeting. And then you relax on the day, say, okay, now look at the fruit of the labor. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you build a business, open meeting to open meeting. So of course, before the board plan, there's a MG2 before the board plan, right? And what we do in that MG2, of course, your witnesses out there as well, already done it, is pretty much an overview of the book. But what should be taking place in that board plan, in that meet and greet too, is that you should book them into the open meeting. That's the first thing. All right, other than booking them into the open meeting, you should also book a follow-up one at that MG2 as well. Because not all the time, as you see, it gets really busy in between hours too, especially when a whole lot, everyone's just going back to business, and there's a whole lot of folks here. By meeting up, or even whatever the mass is, you want to make sure that you have that set so you can talk about other things and be able to introduce them to the speaker. All right, so we want to make sure that follow-up one is already booked before the board plan begins, before the board plan meeting starts. Other than that, when, let's say, prepping someone to come to the open meeting or to a board plan, how do you prep? Say, hey, okay, first thing's going to be on time, right? That's the first thing. You definitely got to be dressed as well. Professional, this is professional attire. This is a professional example. Jane, stand up. Let's see a perfect
yes,
example.
perfect example. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have tool for us here.
There you go. Awesome. So you see here, you know, straight, the coat matches the pants, white shirt. I love it. You need to come show us a presentation time.
Yes, sir.
The time is coming. Absolutely. But now this is typically how you dress for opening. Awesome, good job. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
So
Yeah,
let's say now,
white shirt. You know,
yeah,
white
yes.
or light colored shirt. You know, nothing too flamboyant. Yeah, light blue is fine, but usually the Brickworld white standard is white, like Roderick, white on whatever tie, right? And
Yes.
and a dark suit.
Yeah,
That's usually, so don't get too flamboyant on us, you know. Leave that to special events.
right. So of course we know not everyone has a business background or even no background at all when it comes to business. So not everyone has a suit. You know, so what you want to do, if you want that conversation before, you know, you talk to that candidate, say, hey, you work with them, because if they need a tie, hey, I have some ties, lend them a tie. Or if they say, hey, I may need a coat or whatever it may be, do whatever you gotta do. First, see if they could get it. If they want to get one themselves, they say, hey, you know what, I need to go, I'll go to wherever they go, you know, Macy's, JCPenney, you know, thrift store, wherever it may be, to you know, pretty much get dressed up and prepared for the meeting. So once they have that, you know, that's pretty much the clothing part of things is covered on the men's side. Julia, how would you start last time you see a woman dress? Come on now. Hey, hey.
Hey, yes, ma'am. Go, girl.
So clearly, this is an example. You know how to dress. Of course, there's many different ways. You guys could place. Tip is another great example. So awesome. I can't elaborate so much on it because I'm not a lady. But let's bring it on to the example.
Yeah, yeah. So, and the idea is high at top, right, and lower the bottom, right? The idea is, and not too clinching of your curves, right? Yes. Because you want people to focus on the presentation and not you. Awesome. Right? And the other thing, check your order and stuff like that. Some people are, and sometimes, and not even bad odor, even good odor, too much good odor. Some people have allergies, right? To smell. So we girls like to smell good, which is a good thing, I think. But sometimes we can trigger people's allergic reactions and stuff, and an asthma. So you want to just double check that. You know, just make sure your hair is groomed or what have you. Again, check the order on that.
Hygiene, yes.
You know, so, but yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So of course, now that you invite guests to the meeting, the key thing now that you're in the meeting, you want to pay full attention, undivided attention to the speaker. Host does a great job with making that clear. You know, we just look, focus, take notes. You want to let them know, say, hey, come prepared. I don't know if I said that already. Come prepared to take notes for sure. So bring a notepad. You know, be prepared to take notes. Of course, phone on silent. You hear about all that time. The actual board plan itself. Okay, so I'm not going to get into detail about all that. Now, after the board plan, after they see the presentation, of course, what do we do? Of course, with the candidate, bring them to the speaker. First of all, connect with them how you doing. You know, after they saw, you know, all the information about literature, you know, read what's going on. You give them a literature, and you also give them audios as well. All right, that's actually part of this right here. If you don't have this, of course, as long when you get registered as well, you should have one of these, and it's going to give you all the details on the results or what you should be doing as a result of a board plan. And these are the things right here. Share talk, they actually given specific to names as well. You know, Dan Hewitt and also Ron Pereira, you know, the ideal business, and also a literature pack. So these are the things that should be given after information session. Okay, and as far now we can pretty much move towards the follow-up one. Because once they have all of these things here, they of course go home, look it through, and they look it through, taking all the information, and of course they're gonna have questions, right? Have questions to be answered, to answer. So let's merge over to the follow-up one now, okay? And I'm not gonna look from the candidate's perspective, because candidate, of course, they're gonna have questions, and they're probably gonna want clarification on certain things as well. And your job now is pretty much to answer those questions. That's the first thing. That's the first thing you ask. Hey, how you, great guys, how did they go in? If you have any questions, and they're gonna go deep into wherever it is. And if they don't have any questions, follow through. Because some people actually, they say, hey, it made pretty much good sense. Presented, explained like to the T. Thank you. All my questions got answered. People are like that as well. And if that's the case, then just move forward. So you now go over the compensation plan if necessary. If they don't understand, of course, you go over the compensation plan again, probably like the cash flow quadrant and then the napkin plan as well, so they can get a pretty well. However, you can now tweak it, because if you think about it, in the MG2, you did the napkin plan already, you did the plan to get them over to the water plan. But if they still don't understand certain things, you can now use your own discernment, what you learn, what you know, your expertise, and do your best to formulate to answer that question the best way you can, so they can get understanding connection to the actual water plan itself. You can even follow these slides as well and go back over it. You have this on hand to be able to go over it. If you have the certain plan second time, get right there, but then they really get it, and or they can get it. And that's also what the board plan 2 is for, but I'm not going to get into too much detail about that. Okay. Other than that, so of course, standing there, taking them through the process. What do we look for people? Character, integrity, accountability, right? And the ability or willingness to want to develop leadership skills. That's what you're looking for. Process, you want to pretty much develop leaders. And how do we develop leaders? Through developing new habits. First, we got to be able to get those habits, develop them, and become a leader that way. And that's what leads us into expectations on what do we expect from you, and what do you expect from us. Okay, this is all within follow-up one, expectations. So the final decision, and this is where you make it clear too. Starting off, we really the key thing of starting off before the board plan is this: you connect from the contact, from the drop the message, when you drop the message to that person. From there, the whole goal is to say, hey, I want you to meet my mentors, the board plan. And after you meet the board plan, then you talk about accountability and the connection between people. Same thing I'm talking about here. Whereas the decision lies within you. You being accountable, you now proving yourself. It's them proving themselves through the process, building their case. So first of all, it's them meeting the mentors, and then afterwards, it's them continuing to the case for themselves to be able to bring that partnership. Okay, so that's before board plan 1, and then after. All right, so within the follow-up one, there's a basic framework we follow. All right, I like to stick to the structure. This also is this is all on the stream by Monaco. I forgot the exact number, www number. It's on my phone right there.
All right.
But it's by Monaco. And you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like my finger for someone.
so all of this what I'm going to share with you guys right now is actually on that string. It's actually on that string. You'll be able to get a TPT. And I like how they explain it, because they literally immerse themselves in the scene when they talk about it. And mindset, they talk a lot about mindset behind everything. Mindset is key. Like these things here, whatever the steps are, of course you cover them. But the reason why you're covering them, you want to know why. You want to know why you're talking about them in the first place. It's all about mindset, be able to bring that out of the canvas so they can be on the same page as you. You got to see it?
No, which the Monaco number, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my phone.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, the follow-up one.
It should be in that book, no? It is not part of the
Oh yes, you're right.
Yes,
I got it right here.
yes.
So the follow-up one is BWW. The number is BWW 1841. All right. So that's by the Monaco. It's about 30 minutes too. It isn't too long, but you get straight to the point. So the framework, like I was talking about, there's 4 main things to cover within the follow-up one. The framework is pretty much personal development, volume, duplication, and the timeline for success. That's the 4 things that are covered within the follow-up one. So the first one, which is personal development, they usually ask out the first question: do you know the difference between Amway and WW? All right, and if you don't know, just to let you guys know, mentorship and of course, the Amway is the supplier, PWW is the mentorship education. All right. The second thing, and this is all part of personal development. Okay, so with our mentorship program, in order for us to consider you a good partner, a good partner for what we do, how well are you at creating new habits? I usually say this verbatim. So in order to consider you as a good partner, how well are you at creating new habits? Because the key thing is, if you want to have a great partnership, you got to be honoring the partnership, right? So you got to be able to create those habits. And those habits are pretty much the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily habits. And they're also within this booklet here. So these are the habits, new habits, and time investments. So we have the daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, which is also defined as quarterly. Okay, so what Marco says, and I probably goes in depth with it. You know, so he says pretty much the yearly is what 4 major conferences, right? We have we start at the very beginning, January through December. That's what winter conference. Then we have spring leadership. Then we have summer conference, and then we have free enterprising FED. And in between those are also business building seminars. Okay, so all of those we call them as quarterly habits. And explain to them like how the major conferences are the full weekend, and then the small ones are pretty much 1 day, a Saturday. Okay, and I try to keep you all too long, so I'm just go through and not get too detailed, but just to get an understanding of what's going on here. All right, of course, the monthly, how we really define a monthly is pretty much standing order and the tech tools. All right, so pretty much the apps we subscribe to help develop your leadership skills as well. And then the weekly is your open meeting and pace meeting. Now, when we go through this now, let me just finish the daily, and I'll go into that with that. The daily one is the reading, book of the month, audio, right? Pretty much the stream audio, and you also learning how to drop your message and create conversations, create your network flow. Based on these habits, based on these 4 habits, the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily, based on how you present these to the candidate, whenever you end up meeting them, the way you present it to them will determine if they're going to follow through. If you pause and you understand, this is a discussion now, all right? Because after they see all these things, there may be some things in there that they can attend, and there may be things that conflict with their schedule, and that they may have to adjust and change. All right, so based on how serious, if you just brush through it, they can be like, oh, okay. And they just be quiet. You can say something that they can't, they just wouldn't say nothing until you go out and you actually, call it out, say, hey, based off of these here. I like how Marco explains it. Would you have a challenge of becoming a good partner with me and the rest of the team? Okay, so he's talking right here. Based off of these habits, are there any challenges you would have, with me and the rest of the team? Basically what he's saying is, can you commit to these? This is a commitment, right? This is a commitment. This is where that investment comes into play. And if they can't find out why, don't just bash it. They're red flags, pretty much. If there's an issue, it's a red flag. You have to address red flags. And however you address them, of course, it's a conversation back and forth, trying to find a solution to the problem. There are going to be problems, but the key behind is to find a solution to work around it, to make it work. All right, and that does take sacrifice, right? And let them know if you want. They're not gonna. The goal here is to take you towards financial freedom. You can't cheat that. You do the 9 core steps is a perfect example. You can't just do, for example, you want to make cake, right? You have all the ingredients. Hey, I have everything, but this right here, this flour, I don't like this flour, but I have everything else now. Can we make this cake? You missing the ingredients, so you're not gonna have the results. So you have to. You can actually use that example within the follow-up as well, so they really understand how important this is. And when you really start to understand the importance, they're gonna make sure to do what it takes to get the results. and honor the partnership. Okay, so that's pretty much the personal development. Second is volume, and I like how it goes along with this as well. Every great team has some type of standard. We create an atmosphere that we push ourselves. The volume standard is 150 PV. Okay, so you have to have something to work towards. If you don't have something to work towards, then you're just stagnant. You're doing over and over. You need to push yourself to be able to better yourself, to be able to duplicate yourself. And when you duplicate yourself, that's when you have the business you pretty much plan to have. And if you don't start with yourself, which is 150 PV, personal volume, then how do you expect to teach someone how to have that 150 PV, right? So first, it all starts personal development. You shoot to the aim, you hit the standard, you set the bar high, and you meet the bar high. And when you do that, the team will follow you. It's simple. And I like the way you break it down too. There's other ways. There's not a lot of people. 150 PV is about $450 worth of volume a month. Okay, so thinking of that now, if it's $450 a month, how do you create that? That's about $50 a day, right? Breaking it down, $50 a day. The average as a college boy who spends assumes about $50 a day. Just thinking about it, And if you really break it down, it's absolutely possible. And at the same time, you can make it up with sales at the same time. So it's a standard. It's what we shoot for. We shoot for excellence. Let's make it happen. No excuses. That's just how we do it. The other thing is, let's say, hey, they have I should say, it may be a struggle for me, right? I may need help in that area. That's the perfect time to go offer like a budget review as well. We call it zero-based budget. That's also something we talk about going through the process. But as they go through, you'll eventually get to that point. Other than that, however, if any objection have anything that comes into play that may be a challenge, you find a solution to it. That's pretty much it. Okay. The last one is duplication. No, not the last one. The third one, duplication. So teach you how to drop a message. Is the first thing we're gonna work on when it comes to duplication. We'll start talking to business. You want to be able to say, hey, how do you approach others, right? That was actually my struggle when I first started. I was like, I'm fired up. I ain't scared to talk, but what to say? I don't know what to say. So it's funny because I actually went with no training, no practice. I just went out in the mall. I was like, I can't tell someone about this business. I need to start talking, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was like, hey, you with the business? And I just talk with them into it, And before you know it, I didn't get any of them contacts because I was selling. I'm not really extending the offer after seeing what they really need. They're looking. I was even asking they're looking. To be honest, I said they're looking. I was asking they're looking. I just have a conversation and however there and then. So I learned a whole lot from the training for sure. Thank God for that. Thank God. And after you learn how to drop the message, there's also a stream for that. We'll get into that for that later, but we don't go through the detail of all those things in the follow-up one. But say, hey, we have audios and everything that will teach you, along the way to be able to duplicate. The other thing here is, okay, so let's say, for example, someone you don't know, let's say they're anti-social, they're more of introvert, right? They're an introvert. So usually we ask these three questions to cover every aspect of the individual. Say, hey, there are people that you know, there are people that you know of, and there are people that you don't know. How well are you at how do you feel speaking to those three types of people? How do you feel speaking to those three types of people? And based on their answer, that's when you guide it. And let's say, hey, they don't feel comfortable, right? Let's say they don't feel good at all talking to those three types of people, or just the folks that they don't know. The other question would be, are you willing to learn how to pretty much be trained and develop those skills to be able to speak to those kind of people? And if they say yes, boom, red flag handles, you can move forward pretty much because they're open to mentorship, they're open to change. Not everyone comes into to business perfect, being able to do work like that. So that's a good thing as well. The whole thing behind this is just handling objectives, handling the red flags. If there are any red flags, that's the whole thing behind the follow-up one. Handling red flags and seeing where you are and you move forward. Okay. All right. So the other one now is last but not least is the timeline for success. Okay. So the timeline. So first of all, one of the main things is you let them know where they are in the process, starting from MG1, MG2, board plan 1, follow-up 1. Let them know that, hey, you're here now. And then let them know follow-up 2. I mean the board plan 2. And also when you let them know about the board plan 2, let them know the reason why you're seeing this opportunity again. Because at the end of this follow-up 1, they're going to be receiving a book, whether it be the compound effect or household goal, to be able to go in the further depth of the business and learn a whole lot more as well. Based on the knowledge you get from here, and also the audios to Greg talking financial stability, and then also the why by Bill Britt. After they take this information in to go to board plan 2, when they see that presentation, they're gonna see it from a whole different perspective. They're gonna be like, oh wow, like I didn't see it from that way before. It's gonna make so much more sense. And that's why it's so important for them to see the board plan 2. And when you explain that to them, they'll be like, okay, no problem, I'll be there. And after board plan 2, then follow up 2, right, then the offer call. Just let them know the steps. And you could even show them, you know, or I want to draw it out. I usually make it draw it out. I don't really show them this specific, but I just draw it out and they go. All right. And that's pretty much pre-launch. And then it's post-launch. Post-launch is pretty much wrap up of the whole, you know, follow-through one. And again, you don't get into detail. Let me just tell you what you cover. It's all about mindset. And it goes like this. Point A, point B, and point C. Or phase A, phase B, phase C. So phase A is the day of launch, right? Then you got started, that's phase A. Phase B is the 100, when you're honoring the partnership, 100% commitment to the partnership. All right? And you talk to person, phase B is when you're 100% committed to this partnership, do actions. This for me and you. You're 100% committed to this partnership. And this is what Rob Kiyosaki is also talking about in the book, you know, pretty much talking about personal development. It's actually an area within business 21st century who talks about personal development. And being committed is where all that comes into play. Same thing as talking about a leader. All right, and then phase C is when you start to become a leader yourself, and then you create results for your team, and then you eventually now teach others how to do the same thing. Eventually, build. All right, so once you clarify that, that's the end of the follow-up one. You know, build more rapport. You know, talk to them, say, hey, you got everything. You're on the same page. You guys are on the same page. You actually give them copy too. Now, by the way, when you go over the habits, they're writing these things down, or you are writing them down, and keeping these because they want to know what it takes, and you know the dates as well. Dates is key. That's another thing I skipped over. So, for example, function. When you're talking about the function being a habit, and okay, FED is the next function. Put the dates to that, and so you can know exactly where it is. But that's pretty much it. Now, yeah, I covered everything for BP1 follow-up.
Right, thank you so much for that. Project. And on that note, we definitely talk about our next associations coming up. All right. The next we have PACE, Product and System Education, this Sunday at Roderick's apartment. All right. On Park Street. What's the address again?
Yes, 1325 West South Street.
Awesome. And the other thing too, we have that's another website. We need a button in there. Yeah. In there, right? Got you. So yes, and I think we have spring leadership coming up as well. Yes, and the date is in the group me. I think.
Yes.
Rodney put it in there for us. I'm actually gonna pull it up here. So this for those guys new to the team, or who haven't joined the team yet, we will add you to this. This is kind of where we communicate as a team to each other. We don't promote events here like that are not here on the worldwide. Usually we don't promote anything other than what's in the business, because this should not become spam to users. We don't put any inspirational stuff in there. You can get inspiration from the books you read. Okay, right? This is purely for conveying information. We might promote a happy birthday to people, right? Or if somebody graduated, or we're celebrating somebody in particular on the team. But that's all it is. This is not meant to kind of like this is not meant to kind of spam people out and what have you. I'm pulling up the video of I think Roderick abused Jill during our spring our winter conference. Yeah. So just pulling up. So which video are you want me to do?
I just posted that one.
Yeah. Which one? Which one you think is a good rendition? Look at this.
Oh my God.
What did you do, Roderick? What did you do, Roderick?
Yeah, that's so wrong.
Julia, you get that mic over there, please? Look at that. Look what you do for Roderick. And I liked it as well. Ain't that terrible? I liked it as well. Poor guy.
That first video down there, I just posted it. It's the that one. One of the best moments. Yeah.
See if you can open up to me.
Or go to gallery.
All right.
There you go. So,
Oh, thank you.
I'm not like that.
There's not many.
I don't know what I did.
I don't even just
I think they get balance. I don't know.
Let me see if it does the same thing. But which fight do they want to do? Which one do you do? Which
Now
one?
we're in the pole in it. That's the gold pole thing right there.
This one?
Down.
Oh!
That one doesn't do the same thing. It does the same thing.
Oh
It's
my.
I don't know if it is. Let me download it.
Shit.
Not seeing it, man.
If you want, I can actually show on my phone.
Got you.
Because
She was-
I don't know why they want to do it.
Yeah. Is it coming up? Is it being seen that everybody else know it? It's probably playing it.
Yeah, my phone is playing it right now.
Oh man. What?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on there.
All they're probably doing the same thing.
Probably.
Shops.
I don't mean the same thing.
That's a way of fun, man.
Man, that's a way of fun. I tell you. Oh yeah, when I downloaded it at MP3, but no man, it should still play. Yeah, not too sure what's going on with that one. Yeah, I wanted to play for everybody. Let me see if Roderick's computer will then it's to promote at the top there.
HDMI.
Yeah, let me see if another browser will be built with that.
Yeah, put the time to figure it out.
Wait, what?
I said we have plenty of time to figure it out.
Oh,
That's good too.
I'd like everybody to see this thing, man. I'd like everybody to see
I
this
wish
thing.
y'all was there, man. Hey, y'all are blast, boy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was really, really good, man. It was really good. I saw Snow for the first time. And that was the second time. Second time I got to play with it and what have you. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah. While I get this thing up, wanted to just promote the next event. Next presenters for next week. Actually, Kenneth is coming down next Tuesday. So definitely make sure pack the house or what have you. So that we can make sure and take advantage of Kenneth coming through. Okay? Alright. And I think me or Roderick is hosting, and me and Roderick are sometime.
You'll find out.
Yes, I'll take that. Nothing else really matters, just Kenneth's coming. So let me see if I can get this thing together. Yeah.
You said next
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Very good question. Yeah, next Tuesday.
And there'll be a home meeting at my house on Friday. Yeah.
What time?
And
At 7 o'clock. Yeah, you can still bring people, man. I'll welcome them, man. I got you.
yes. Okay. Alrighty. Try it one more time. Check and see if this browser will help.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Oh my.
Nah, I don't understand these things.
We decided to add more stuff to this snowman.
Dang, oh my goodness. Oh, and drop again, for real. Definitely want to tell everybody. But okay, and you catch.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's probably not as exciting as
Yeah.
it on the street.
That's hilarious. Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Crowd surfing, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I still got a video. I still got that. Awesome. Oh, I saw the date for the spring leadership.
Yes, thank you.
Mhm. That's March 29th, 30th, and 31st.
All right, you guys got that? March 29th, 30th, and 31st, okay? All right. So the idea is to kind of lock. So you guys do that.
The way y'all dropped into the snow, it's I was like, what? It was like the snow looked fake.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of
Poor Jada. Well, it was heavy. It was silly. Yo,
It was fun, man. It was fun. Trying to see if you see the video.
Oh no, trying to log out. Actually.
Oh, yes. If you close out the automatically keep you in.
Nah, and yeah, you can keep it.
Yeah, y'all said it was March, what? What days was it?
29th, 30th, I think 31st.
Yeah, 29th to the 31st.
Okay.
That's pretty much the end of the month.
Yes, the last weekend in that month. So it's most likely in Richmond.
We're gonna do this.
Most likely, yes. You don't know the dates.
That's I just put it's
All right.
It's Fairchild one. It is
You want Orlando?
Winter Springs, Florida.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's February 16th. February 16th. It's the BDS. Yeah. February 16th. I think some Jacksonville shows will be coming in on that one too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very close one. Let me show you a very close.
man.
This is not got this back, right? They just randomly put this video one. He had like everyone on there.
Aww.
Yeah, because we live there, but not
Aw.
right.
She does that. Yeah, you know, put in this. I used to put all the side with Adam on it. Yeah. I was like, man, I miss y'all, man. Yeah. So he's asking when the next BBS is, so I tell him, I'll leave it like he will come. Yeah, Adam would like to mess when I send the dates, so she may be coming too. So
Hey.
I'll follow through and see what's happening.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, love them too bad, man.
But yeah.
Love them too bad.
Dilly, can you put that back up for me? I need to take a picture.
Of what? Of when we talk
Oh,
about?
what?
About us. She hiding.
That's correct. That's correct. It's
That's
the
because
ceiling.
I know something.
No, the ceiling. That's the sample. So anyway, so yes. Everything else has to do with your guys. But but we'll do it hopefully. I'll try to figure out what the heck's going on with that. But yeah, thank you, Roderick, for that wicked man. Man, see, they get, that information come clean, man. Come clean as usual. So definitely looking forward to seeing you guys Sunday at Peace at his mansion. Definitely come to this mansion. And then, of course, you know, we have the man himself, Kenneth Drayton, coming on Tuesday. So definitely let's pack this house. And big Friday home meeting again.
Big things are going.
At his mansion.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you have any questions or anything, the attire for ideals at the home meeting.
Yeah. I've smart casual. But look, I would say like this. Without the coat, you know, I just still dress professional. I just don't put on a coat or loose tie or things like that. So dress down, but still professional.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And for the ladies, I don't know if we ever get any type of salvation for these things. I think you have to dress for the same way anyway. Right. But I think you guys can do that. Definitely, what time you said? 7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock on Friday.
7 p.m. on Friday.
So, if the guests make it to the information session, you could bring them to the whole meeting. All right, so because we didn't want to break momentum at all, so you really keep in the flow.
Exactly. And you want the business owners to probably get there probably 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before.
Yeah.
And for those who can't make it, but you're sending guests, please be in communication with Roderick. All right, because you don't want him to people show up and it's like, all right, you want it to be like a warm connection type of thing, so you can take care, and so that he can prepare if he needs to have different handouts for them, so that he's prepared to take care of them as well, you know. So definitely take advantage of that. And anything else I might be missing? I'm not too sure we talked about pace, home meeting, and training. Kenneth's coming through. I think that's about it, guys. Any questions? How are the hearts and souls feeling? You're good? Charles, how are you feeling back there? Oh yeah, Jarvis, you could remember your roommate tip yet? Oh boy. It's Gene's fault. He reminded me. This for next time. All right. Well, you guys have a fantastic night, and we'll see you guys next week or soon, right?
Right.
Oh, what happened to it? There's something in there? Oh, you now tell me at the end of the event. Gotcha, thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy to see you.